Nana Dzagnidze joining us. You just had a very, very good game against none other than the former world champion Zhongyi in your first victory in this tournament after 4 rounds. Take us first through the game.
Yeah, okay. So this opening I didn't expect because I think she has never played after first move c4 e5. I had several games in this opening, but I couldn't remember exactly like the moves here at the end of the plan. So I was from bishop e6. From this point, I was playing myself.
You were out of your book.
Out of my book, yes.
Okay.
But some ideas I was trying to remember. This rook b1 and then b4 and so on.
What is just for us who don't know? What is the general idea in this position for white?
It's kind of reversed dragoning, and yeah. So white plays on queen side, and
and black tries to counter in the center.
Yes, center, and if I give a chance on the king side, which happened in the game. So after 94, actually, I liked my position. I'm not sure with this move, queen d7 from her side. I don't know, but here I had several good moves. I was calculating after bishop here, bishop b2. Instead of bishop b2, I was thinking straight away queen c2 here.
So to play queen c2 here.
I mean, I'm sorry, 94. Queen d7, 94. Here, instead of bishop b2 or queen c2, because black wants to exchange light square bishop, and my idea is to get my knight on c5 and just to create a counterplay, on the queen side. I don't know. I decided to go bishop b2, and here, actually, this was the key moment in the game, I think, because I wasn't sure that my plan was correct, that I took the pawn and gave her a chance to attack to my king. I'm not sure. I could play instead of bishop h3, actually knight c5 here. And just normal game. She would take here, queen c5, and I think she will take here, king g2, a6, and I think it's just normal game, maybe rook f1.
And you continue with your plan to put pressure on the queen side.
I think white has a clear plan on the queen side, and black should be creative here, I think. So I decided to take a pawn. Here after bishop h3 takes b5, knight d4. Here knight d4. There was option like to take with the bishop first and to keep the knights on the board, but I decided like to keep the bishop because this bishop is very centralized and maybe some chances.
But from black's perspective, do you think that this plan for her?
I think she has a counterplay here on the king side.
It works.
Yes. I don't know. I have to check on engine, but was it correct to go back with knight d2? Because I also had this move queen c4 first, and I think she should go king h8, and then knight d2. And here f4. We got the same position, but instead of king h6,
the rook was f5.
Her rook was on f5. So I need to check, with the engine, because I'm not sure that this straight away knight d2 was correct. So knight d2. No. Yeah, f4. And
at this point, you played knight f3, I think, yeah?
Knight f3, yeah. But knight f3, yes, and black is coming, and I have to find something to defend my king. Otherwise, she has a very easy play here. but kick was on G.
Yeah, sorry. Let's return to the position original and then continue with that.
Yeah.
Technology can often help, but sometimes hinder us
Yeah.
a bit.
So here G. Yeah.
Now this was an excellent move.
This position, yes. Rook F5 and.
She's just threatening to get an H5 and.
H5 and then G5 and.
You're done.
I couldn't find better than knight F3 and G4 idea. I don't know, because my rooks are so passive.
I may be wrong. Obviously, I was watching it, but I think there was something like King H1.
Computer was showing this.
Computer, I
King
think
H1
so.
in this position.
I think so. I don't want to.
King H1, and if let's say, I don't know, G5 is right. Or
I didn't watch the analysis. I just saw that there's an option of that. But
and if G5.
It's kind of similar to the idea.
Here, same idea.
Yeah, same
G4.
idea as you went.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. So I think this was the only chance for me to go G4 here. Yeah. So
that's such a brave move to make because you're opening your king completely.
Yeah, but unfortunately I don't have other choice here because G4 and F3 threatening and.
Well, actually, like what is happening is that she's opening now herself on the G file.
Yes, that's the good point. Yeah, yeah, and Bishop H8 decided to play because I was calculating actually Bishop C5 here in the beginning, but then realized that maybe it's better to keep the bishops on the board because my bishop is very strong on this long diagonal and.
It's such an unusual move.
Unusual move, yeah. And I think with such a move, you confused your opponent, especially this. Already we were on short of time here, and that's why I decided to keep tension on the board here. So Rook F7. Actually, I'm not sure. I think this is a mistake here already.
Okay.
Yeah. And here, after Queen E4, I think I have already easy play. Yeah, and Rook G1. Maybe here, I think she thought if I go straight away, knight E5, she has this strong move, F3 here.
Directly, she's better.
Yeah, and knight F4 and Rook F4, yeah.
These are getting in.
So that's why I went Rook G1. So again, many threats in this position already. Pawn is hanging, knight E5, knight D4. It's not easy, I mean, for black to handle this position. And yeah, Rook E1 also, yeah. Because here, if I go knight E5, yeah, she has knight C3, and after Queen C4, this rook is already defended, and she has knight B1, and yeah. So that's why, that's why I went Rook E1, and in some cases my pawn is defended, so that's why, yeah. Rook D6, and
she's trying to get her rook in the action. Yeah.
I mean, this is already the move of desperation. Knight C3 here. I think this is already lost position for black.
Okay. So a great game, a very tense game, but a great game, but a short game, which is not often the case with you, especially this tournament. So let's just go for your previous three games. You started in round one with your compatriot Javakhishvili. You played a long, drawn endgame, rook endgame. I think you had a pawn up, and you decided
pawn up, but I couldn't convert this pawn, and it was draw.
And then,
but actually, so far I think I played quite okay, because only one missing chance with Alexandra Kosteniuk.
That was in round two, or
round two, that I was exchange up, and I could have converted this position, but then I blundered this bishop G6, and the sacrifice after that it's draw.
And then yesterday, it seems Vaishali surprised you again. She's been setting a lot of surprises in openings.
Yeah, I mean, the third move in Taimanov, Queen D4, I didn't know. Yeah, but I think I played quite well with black. Yeah, and by the way, even in the end game, I had some chances. It's better position with
This might be a bit of a ridiculous question, but I followed your games in other tournaments. We were together in Tbilisi, I think,
Yeah.
for the first Women's Grand Prix, and you had long games there as well. And in India, I think we were together at another Women's Grand Prix. The same story. How do you end up playing these? You were the one who always plays these longest games,
Yeah.
which end up in heavy, complicated draws, or tedious.
I guess it's my style of playing. I don't know how to explain this, but it
But you
happens
find the
always
energy
that,
to keep
yeah,
the day after. That's
I finish my game most of the time the last
Yeah.
in the hall.
okay. And now, obviously, this is a great jump for you. This changes your perspective, I guess, a bit on the tournament. Will you rest, or will you now prepare for the game to follow? Who are you meeting in round 5?
Actually, I have to check.
I'm sorry, I'm not prepared. I should have checked that before asking this question.
Yeah, I'm.
But okay, that's a sign of confidence. You don't need to check. You're just like you check afterwards. You're not thinking in advance.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah.
great. Okay, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate this, and wish you the best of luck for the rest of the tournament.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.